This article is about the actor. Not to be confused with Christopher Lloyd. For others, see Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Allen Lloyd is an American actor. Among his best-known roles are Emmett Doc Brown in the Back to the Future trilogy, Uncle Fester in The Addams Family and its sequel Addams Family Values, and Judge Dillman Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He rose to prominence in the 1980s as Jim Ignatowski in the television series Taxi. Lloyd has won 3 Primetime Emmy Awards and an Independent Spirit Award, and has been nominated for 2 Saturn Awards and a Daytime Emmy Award. He has also done voice-over work in animation, usually cast as villains due to his distinctive voice. Early life: Lloyd was born in Stamford, Connecticut, the son of Samuel Lloyd, a lawyer, and his wife Ruth, a singer, and sister of San Francisco mayor Roger Lapham. He is the youngest of 4 girls and 3 boys, one of whom, Samuel Lloyd, was an actor in the 1950s and 1960s. Lloyd's maternal grandfather, Louis Lapham, was one of the founders of the Texaco Oil Company, and Lloyd is also a descendant of Mayflower passengers, including John Howland. Lloyd was raised in New Canaan, Connecticut. Career: Lloyd began his career apprenticing at summer theaters in Mount Kisco, New York, and Hyannis, Massachusetts. He took acting classes in New York City at age 19 some at the neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theater with Sanford Meisner and he recalled making his New York theater debut in Fernando Arrabal's play And They Put Handcuffs on the Flowers, saying, "I was a replacement and it was my first sort of job in New York." He made his Broadway debut in the short-lived Red, White and Maddox, and went on to off-Broadway roles in A Midsummer Night's Dream, Casper, The Harlot and the Hunted, The Seagull, Total Eclipse, Macbeth, In the Boom Boom Room, Cracks, Professional Resident Company, What Every Woman Knows, The Father, King Lear, and Power Failure. He returned to Broadway for the musical Happy End. He performed in Andrzej Wada's adaptation of Dostoevsky's The Possessed at Yale Repertory Theatre, and in Jay Broad's premiere of White Pelican at the PAF Playhouse in Huntington Station, New York, on Long Island. In 1977, he said of his training at the neighborhood playhouse under Meisner, "My work up to then had been very uneven. I would be good one night, dull the next. Meisner made me aware of how to be consistent in using the best that I have to offer. But I guess nobody can teach you the knack, or whatever it is, that helps you come to life on stage." His first movie role was as a psychiatric patient in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He is perhaps best known for his roles as Reverend Jim Ignatowski, the ex-hippie cabbie on the TV sitcom Taxi, for which he won 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. And the eccentric inventor Emmett Doc Brown in the Back to the Future trilogy of science fiction films, for which he was nominated for a Saturn Award. In 1986, he played the reviled Professor B.O. Beans in the television series Amazing Stories. Other roles include Klingon Commander Kruge in Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, Professor Plum in Clue, Professor Dimple in an episode of Road to Avonlea. The villain Judge Dillman Who Framed Roger Rabbit. A wacky sound effects man named Zoltan in Radioland Murders. And Uncle Fester in the movie adaptations of The Addams Family. Lloyd portrayed the star character in the point-and-click adventure game Toonstruck, released in November 1996. In 1999, he was reunited on screen with Michael J. Fox in an episode of Spin City entitled Back to the Future Judgment Day, in which Lloyd plays Owen Kingston the former mentor of Fox's character, Mike Flaherty who stops by City Hall to see him, only to proclaim himself God. That same year, Lloyd starred in the movie remake of the 1960s series My Favorite Martian. He starred in the television series Deadly Games in the mid-1990s, and was a regular in the TV series Stacked in the mid-2000s. In 2003 he guest-starred in 3 of the 13 produced episodes of Tremors. The series is the character Cletus Poffenberger. In November 2007, Lloyd was reunited on screen with his former Taxi co-star Judd Hirsch in the season 4 episode graphic of the TV series Num3RS. He played Ebenezer Scrooge in a 2008 production of A Christmas Carol at the Kodak Theatre with John Goodman and Jane Leeves. In 2009, he appeared in a comedic trailer for a faux horror film entitled Gobstopper, in which he played Willy Wonka as a horror movie-style villain. In October 2009, he did a two-man show with comic performer Joe Galois in several Midwest cities. In the summer of 2010, he starred as Willie Loman in a Western Playhouse production of Death of a Salesman. That September, he reprised his role as Dr. Emmett Brown in Back to the Future, The Game, an episodic adventure game series developed by Telltale Games. On January 21, 2011, he appeared in the episode The Firefly of the J.J. Abrams television series Fringe. That August, he reprised the role of Dr. Emmett Brown as part of an advertising campaign for Garbarino, an Argentine appliance company, and also as part of the Nike Company's Back for the Future campaign for the benefit of the Michael J. Fox Foundation. In 2012 and 2013, Lloyd reprised the role of Brown in 2 episodes of the stop-motion series Robot Chicken. He was a guest star on the 100th episode of the USA Network sitcom Psych as Martin Kahn in 2013. In May 2013, Lloyd appeared as the narrator and the character Azdak in the Bertolt Brecht play The Caucasian Chalk Circle, produced by the Classic Stage Company in New York. Personal life. On June 6, 1959, Lloyd married Catherine Dallas Dixon Boyd. The groom's brother, Samuel Lloyd III, was head usher. The couple divorced in 1971 after 12 years of marriage. Lloyd was next married to actress Kay Tornborg, from 1974 to 1987. He was married to third wife Carol Ann Venk from the late 1980s to 1991, and to his fourth wife, screenwriter Jane Walker Wood, from 1992 to 2005. After his divorce from Wood, in Montecito, California, Lloyd bought a smaller house on March 23, 2007, and that May listed his 8.07-acre-old estate, which he and Wood bought in 2002, and which included the 5,500 sq. ft home, for $11,275,000. Lloyd's smaller home was destroyed in the Tea Fire of November 2008 in Montecito, California. On May 1, 2010, he appeared at an outdoor screening of Back to the Future held by the Tampa Theater at the River Tower Park in Tampa, Florida, where he participated in a question-and-answer session. Lloyd's philanthropist mother, Ruth Lapham Lloyd, died in 1984 at age 88. Her surviving children at the time, aside from Christopher, were Donald L. Mygott, Antoinette L. Mygott Lucas, Samuel Lloyd III, Ruth Lloyd Scott Axe, and Adele L. Kinney. Lloyd's nephew, Sam Lloyd, is best known for playing Ted Buckland, the lawyer on Scrubs. Filmography, film, television, video games, awards, references. Further reading, Napoleon, Davy. Chelsea on the Edge, The Adventures of an American Theater. Iowa State University Press. ISBN A0-8138-1713-70 includes discussion of Lloyd's early work off-Broadway, including the production of Happy End at the Chelsea Theatre Center, and on Broadway, Casper, and Total Eclipse. External links: Christopher Lloyd at the Internet Movie Database, Christopher Lloyd at the Internet Broadway Database, Christopher Lloyd at the Internet Off-Broadway Database, Christopher Lloyd at the TCM Movie Database, Christopher Lloyd at AllMovie, Christopher Lloyd at Emmys.com.